People who are good at flirting. What are some social cues us oblivious people should watch out for? Everyone is giving good advice, but flirting didn't click for me until I heard it described not as a set of behaviors to look out for, but as an escalation of suggestive behaviors couched in plausible deniability. Put practically, if someone is doing something to engage you that feels extra, lots of touching, looking at you in a way that feels a bit too long, or doing a lot of poking fun and complimenting you, then that might be flirting, or it might not. That's the whole point. Plausible deniability. They can safely disengage at any time. If you want to know if someone's flirting, you need to test it. You do that by escalating things, but just a bit, so that now you have plausible deniability. Touch them back in a comfortable way, maintain eye contact, or joke compliment them back. If they escalate back and continue to do so as you escalate in turn, that is flirting. Eventually one of you will break cover and do something with clear intent, a kiss, an approach plus ask for a number, or straight up telling them what you think of them and that you're interested. Otherwise, if you escalate and they don't change their behavior or they back off, then they were probably just being friendly and you should take the hint and do the same. Dunno if that's something obvious to people, but it was definitely not for me, and college parties would have been way less fun had I not known. Hopefully this can help someone else too. Write that down. Write that down. If you're in a group of friends, new or old, find a natural opportunity to hang back. Someone who's interested in you will notice and take the opportunity to talk to you in private. Now this isn't foolproof, but it'll at least give you the opportunity to feel for any chemistry between you. Be wary of a one-sided conversation. If your responses are met with mostly yeps and aha and nothing without meat, it's probably not going well. This is why I don't have actual real-life friends. I never know what to say and just sit there silently and occasionally nod. People love to talk about themselves. Ask open-ended questions that let them ramble. If you actively listen, Google it. There's videos that help and occasionally relate back to earlier conversations. Is this the same girl you were telling me about with the big earrings? That's the place where Jim fell off his chair. Right, you'll be a really good listener and people will love talking at you. Sometimes too much. Holy shit. Did not expect this to resonate with people. Thanks for awards. This advice is literally from the Dale Carnegie book How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you'd like follow-up reading. People will love talking at you. Sometimes too much. This is the step I'm at. Help. I just embrace it. Though learning to politely break the conversation and mingle elsewhere is a great next step. Sometimes people just love hearing themselves talk and have no interest in anything you have to say. They can be fun to hang out with in big groups, but kind of suck one-on-one when you just get word vomit and no reciprocation of listening or interest. Go grab another drink. Go to the bathroom. Or say, oh, it was so nice seeing you. I'm gonna go say hi to that person over there. I'm not the most talkative, but I love local music and have made a lot of acquaintances that I consider friends and enjoy being around. However, my real friends are the ones I hang out with one-on-one and can get on my level. Many of them live in other places now, and we don't get to spend time too often, but we pick right up where we left off. Cherish those and have fun with the rest. Just don't let them dominate your time if they are not allowing space for you to. Good at flirting also means recognizing when the other party isn't receptive. If they're answering briskly and killing conversation, cut your losses and move on. Flirting is like sales. You won't get everyone, but if you chat with enough people, you'll find someone into you. Always be closing. A. Always be. BC. Closing. K. Keep it S. Simple S. Stupid. I remember going on 9 dates with a girl who just got out of a long relationship and just wanted to be friends, to which I had said cool. Let's just hang out then. One night she was dropping me off at my place after a movie, turned the car off, put her arm on my headrest as we chatted. Before I got out, I was fully in the mindset that we were just friends. So I shook her hand. Good night. RIP. Honestly though, that's a fucking power move. Can confirm. She should been more clear about what she wanted. Lot of hot people don't get laid because they aren't willing to telegraph they want it. I'm gonna tell myself I'm one of those. If they look directly at you while talking to their friend, it's a good sign. Oh god, it's looking at me. Get security or something. Apostrophe. Back quote, I told you. He has been staring at me like a creep the whole night. Please don't leave my side. Edit. This happened to a friend I made in a summer school. A guy was obviously stalking her, and in one of the functions she said this to us. Thankfully nothing bad happened. Most of these tips basically come down to demonstrate value, engage physically, nurture dependence, neglect emotionally, inspire hope, separate entirely. The DENNIS system is 100% effective. I read once that if someone looks at you after someone, doesn't have to be you, said something funny and everyone is laughing, they like you. From personal experience, it's true. This one has always caused me a lot of misery, because when I like someone I always notice they look at another person in these situations. Hello fellow sufferer. And through shared suffering, they found each other and were able to join their broken hearts together into one whole heart. They lived happily ever after. Does someone spend a lot of time around you? I'm terrible at flirting, but that's my method. Hang out. Be with this person. See if you vibe. My Netflix and I really vibing, man. Edit. Cheers for the awards. Now one of my most popular comments is about me and my relation to my Netflix, which will now forever be dubious. Okay, but I've been in a steady relationship with Netflix for years, so I think you're just reading the signs wrong. I can't believe I've been taking login and watch now wrong all these years. Are you still watching? Generally there's no one thing that gives it away. Everyone says to look for eye contact, look at posture, look for mimicry, etc. And sure, there's some truth to that, but no one should be expected to keep track of all of those things, and not everyone exhibits any particular one. In my experience, almost everyone can get a sense that someone is into them, but most people second guess themselves until they convince themselves it's nothing. I say trust that sense. It's based off all of these factors that we pick up consciously and subconsciously, and almost always it's not a coincidence. When you think someone likes you, you can test that theory in a few ways. A subtle but effective example is inviting them to something you know they can't or don't want to attend. If they express interest in rescheduling or finding some other way to spend time with you, they like you. Otherwise they'll just say no. Sorry, I can't make it. This works because you're showing interest in spending additional time with them. This event would be more enjoyable for me if you were there, and if they like you, they will be sure to make it clear that they are saying no to the event, not to you. Of course, you could also just ask. In my experience, anyone worth getting intimate with is mature enough to deal with that question. A few examples of things that have helped give away someone's feelings for me: telling their friends about me, remembering my schedule or other similar information, telling me about their previous interest with striking similarities, bragging about themselves in ways that would make a potential partner happy. I give great back massages, or I cook a mean omelette, asking what my plans are at the end of a party/gathering instead of their friends looking for or grasping onto shared interests. But what if I just want people to know I cook a mean omelette? First, you should think long and hard about why your omelettes are inherently mean to other people. The eggs come from the meanest chickens. Does their body turn toward you or away from you when you talk? Do they mirror your body language? Usually they have their back to me. What does that say? They are presenting the booty. You know the rule. If the booty is presented, the relationship is cemented. This dead set sounds like the way a modern person would say the marriage was consummated. So it's official. Frankly, I think it's better in modern English. Small body language clues. If she puts her feet behind her ears, she probably likes you. Maybe she's just Canadian. Your best bet is to just keep your wits about you and continue to look for signs. Sometimes you really can't tell. Been married a few years. Woke up next to her this morning. Not sure if she's into me yet. Don't take flirting advice from Reddit. Where else I'm supposed to get advice for the fake arguments with my shampoo bottles in the shower? Shampoo is better. I go on fist and clee in the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Physical contact. Granted, not everyone flirts the same way, but a good sign is if they touch your arm or the like, or you find them smiling the whole time that you're talking to them. Edit. Wow. My most upvoted comment easily. Thank you all for the awards. Once I had a classmate, gal, who sat beside me during class. She actually told me to save that seat for her for the rest of sem. She would play footsies with me and hit me in my legs with her shoes/knees. She also asked me what my favorite drink is and bought me that specific drink during our finals. Sem has passed and I didn't push on. Had me. There is still time. Actually, she died in a tragic footsie related accident the next day. Tried to play footsie with a crocodile. RIP. When I patted my classmate on her back and shoulder telling her she would pass her history test and not worry, she gave a slight gasp and looked straight into my eyes. She would pass her history test, only way to do it. Ha. Everybody saying eye contact. Like, do y'all's friends fucking stare at the floor when they talk to you? Question mark? Gosh damn. If eye contact was a sign of flirting, then everyone I meet throughout my day must think I'm hot shit. Supermarket staff. The lady at the park. When I was walking the dog, I shared a moment with the old bloke at the servo. We have found our Aussie. When they find opportunities to come talk to you more often, when they don't really have to, and linger for longer than they have to as well. All the advice in this entire thread, and I'm sitting here like, I'm so damn oblivious I wouldn't even notice these things looking for them. I really don't pick up social cues at all though. These are all the standard things that are actually just usually people being friendly. Most of the stuff listed in this thread are just things that happen in normal interactions with people. 75% I've experienced stuff like prolonged eye contact, touching, or most of the other things in here, and acted on it. I found it's just how people are when they are being friendly. There are quite a few times people have accused me of flirting when I was just talking with a friend. I've never flirted in my life. Seriously, tell a bad joke, look for laughter and smiles that should not be there but are. Then it's you they are into. Definitely not what you said. Oh yuck. You're trying to flirt, aren't you? Dodging a bullet tbh. According to Reddit, I've dodged more bullets than Keanu fucking Reeves. One time I got the courage to look at someone in the eyes and said I need one of those hugs that turn into sex. He laughed, said me to, then continued talking about what we were previously talking about. I thought about running face first into a wall edit. Okay, came back from dinner and got so many notifications. This was just a one-off comment venting about my sad love life. This actually happened this week, haha. I could answer a few questions before I die of sadness and embarrassment. Thanks for the awards 3 edit 2. It seems like from all the comments, 40% thinks Hez clueless for not picking up the hint. 40% thinks in clueless for not following up his reply with a hug. 20% thinks Hez not into me. All fair. Again, you can't really tell. She could be Canadian and just be nice. Apostrophe. When you're in a public space, the direct eye contact for a beat or two too long and the look away. One of my go-to moves that always yielded results. I did this once. Got conscious at which eye to look at, so I stared in between their eyes, just above the nose. I felt stupid. I snorted, preventing a sudden laugh from happening. It was a good icebreaker though, so there's that. They say when you're talking to someone who you feel intimidated by, boss, parent, potential partners etc., to look at them near their eyes, bridge of nose, forehead, between the eyebrows, somewhere that is close enough they can't tell you're not looking at their eyes. They can't tell, and they think you're maintaining eye contact, while you will feel insecure because you're just looking at their wiggly eyebrows. I used to have crippling shyness and this really helped me to overcome it. I still, despite most people thinking I'm confident, refrain from making direct eye contact. It really depends on who you're talking to. My advice is to be observant. Some would prefer banters. Usually, when coming up with something witty, they return back what you said, but relating it in a playful or opposing manner. I hope you get what I mean, or playfully challenging your views. When it comes to touch, subtle touch on the arm or shoulders, or patting the head and smile. Trying means to be with you is also a sign, but some are a little more low-key, like me. That'll probably prefer showing a playful side when it's just alone. So, it is also a sign if they change their aura from normal/serious to playful when it's just you alone. I hope these help. Patting the head and smelly ow what now. According to Sherlock, licking lips. Eyes cast down towards the other person's lips. Quirky smile of the lips. Dilated eyes. And if the person has long hair, tucking it behind their ear or other fidgety behavior. Please note I'm not Sherlock, and I suck at flirting. I deduce by the stain on your collar you have an apple tree and a girlfriend with a limp. Bit of a tree. Bit of a girlfriend. Some apples? Come on. Work with me here. If you are new to TattleTale TV, please subscribe. We have new videos every day. Stay tuned for more coming up next.